veggie for 5 years. I get hungry, you're a stew, buddy.
I had that fucking deal with people I know.
Yeah, right? My plane goes down in the Andes. It's like inside of 20 minutes, I'm looking for side dishes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm looking for the skinny guy going, all right, where's the appetizer?
Oh, yeah.
Ass cheeks.
Make one of them fucking those Mongolian ribs. Where the fuck are you?
The Mongolian grill. I love it.
Hey, grill me up a little Mongolian, have some fucking ribs.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Mongolian name would be aside from, like, Khan.
Yeah, we'll go with Khan. That works fine.
Khan works.
I love it. People, number one, get dogs you can control. And yeah, they're cute when they're puppies. When they're 140 pounds and they eat more than your children, they're not cute anymore. And you got to make sure you can control them. I saw a guy just getting, the dog weighed twice as much as him. He had no control. He's getting pulled down the street. There was a wicked dog fight yesterday in the middle of the street. That's getting a little out of hand in and of its own. But use your fucking head. Don't go near these things. They're big and they want to kill you. And when you die, they'll eat you. And they shit bigger than you now. It's just.
But not only that, but hang on. There's also the thing of if you're out and you see a service dog, don't go up and pet him and act like he's a fucking puppy.
Oh.
They're being trained. You need to stop. You need to ignore the dog. Talk to the fucking person and say, "Can I approach your dog?" You have to do that process. Bunch of fucking idiots.
Don't approach dogs. It is tantamount to approaching someone's children, except they're children that can kill you.
Right.
And they will lock on your throat and stay that way until someone shoots them. So don't,
Don't force a person to have to kill a dog because you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's the other thing. People were calling yesterday. Oh, that dog needs to be put to sleep. Why? Because he did what he's meant to do? That's... I don't even... dog ownership, I think it's wrong. I'm starting to really believe that it's wrong. That we're not even supposed to own them. None of us are qualified.
I'm qualified. I'm just not... I just can't afford it.
Yeah, well, I would be a terrible dog. Like, that would be a miserable dog. If I owned a dog, I'd walk him all at once, too. I'd walk him from, like, here to Chilliwack and back, and then I'd be like, there, you're good for, like, 5 years. Don't scratch at the door, nothing, you're done. But a homeless guy with a dog, that makes no sense. And like, homeless guys with dogs, they're all over my... I'm like, what? The dog, that's no... The dog's thinking, I could just do this myself, dude.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that's something that always bugs the shit out of me, because, I mean, like, I work full-time. More than full-time, really. I can't afford a dog.
No.
How the fuck are you homeless with a dog?
That's just the longest walk in the world with a dog. He's not having any fun.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure the dog actually doesn't really care too much. Dog's probably enjoying himself because it's all that fresh air. It must be fucking nice.
That's the thing. Dogs don't care. But still. And they don't care about you. They don't love you. Sorry.
When you speak childish to a dog, the dog is inside thinking, how am I going to eat this fucking guy?
I always loved what The Simpsons did. Whenever they talk to their dog, and all I hear, I can't understand the word. They don't.
Food.
Yeah. Exactly. We couldn't fuck a dolphin into saying our names. We're sure as hell not going to get a dog to anytime soon.
Right? Exactly. I mean, if you're fucking a dolphin and it still won't say your name, you're done.
That's just a son of a bitch dolphin. If you ask me. I just.
I'll fucking take it, no give.
It's been a while since I've dumped on the general populace. I've been so harsh to these extremist group, my flat earthers and my pomegranate eating avocado lovers, and the regular average Joe has gotten it pretty easy in the last 6 months. I gotta say, but I'm reinvigorated. I'm reignited. I have a lot to say to everybody coming up for the rest of the season. It's time for everybody to get theirs. And I'm starting with dog people on both sides of that. Stay away from other people's dogs. And people with dogs get dogs you can control. And not Shih Tzus. They're the worst of the worst. Shih Tzus are terrible creatures. I don't know why they exist. They're all bastards.
No, Chihuahuas are the fucking worst. Nothing's worse than a fucking Chihuahua because those goddamn, all those little toy dogs, yeah, they're adorable as a little puppy. The second they come out of that puppy phase, they're the worst dogs in the world. They are the most violent. They're the most aggressive.
Well, yeah.
They're yippy. They're loud. Oh, fuck, I hate those things.
That's because they got two different colored eyes, and they don't know that their ass is not their own ass. They think it's someone else's ass. They're all inbred to fuck. They're mutants.
This is why Dalmatians, for the record, little thing you didn't know.
Stupidest dog ever.
Dalmatians are technically they're almost extinct because they've been inbred so much that they're so stupid.
Yeah.
That they actually can't function anymore.
They can't be trained at all.
No, because they're not real dogs. They've just been inbred
so
badly.
They're hairy Mormons. I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Yeah, you kind of did, and it was funny.
My name is Jeff.
I don't care. So that was that's what I had. Eric and Gord at Outlook.com. If you disagree, and I don't care, and you won't write, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Fuck you if you don't disagree. I don't fucking care.
Nobody wrote in to get your nail clippers, so I'm thinking next week we start making phone calls like we said we were going to.
Hey, with any of this new stuff, can we find people's addresses and just send them a pair?
Yeah, I think we should.
I'll send it with a pair with a little bag of fucking nail clippings.
I'll do up some posters that a nice little insert you can send with them. It'll be a nice gift. Just randomly.
Imagine, just all of a sudden you open it, I got a bag and say, what the fuck? Oh, it's from there, fucking Gord. How the fuck did they get my address?
Yeah, not even
hey, nail clippers. What's this? Oh, it's a bag of nail clippings. Oh.
Not even people who listen to the show. We'll send them out with campaign flyers from other politicians.
That's just, yeah, we're doing that shit.
Why not? This podcast is brought to you by whatever liberal candidate we find and put our shit in his...
This podcast is brought to you by a bag of nail clippings.
Yeah, why not? That could be our next prime minister.
It won't be any worse.
I'd vote for a bag of nail clippings at this point.
Oh, fuck, why not?
I'd vote for a football helmet full of cottage cheese. Why not? I think we should. I think we should just, it was like in the States, they had a dog run for governor in one of I forget what state it was, but the dude found out that there was nothing in the rule book that said a dog couldn't run, so he ran his dog.
Do you also know that back in the fucking day, back in the 50s and before that?
The day. I think it was a Wednesday.
The day. Big corporations were actually run by pets.
Sure, yeah.
Because they were doing illegal stuff, and if it ever came down to, okay, well, who owns this business? Oh, it's a parakeet.
Yeah, well, now you don't have to do that because the corporation is an independent entity. A corporation is a person in the eyes of the law, so no one runs it.
No, that's true.
But then, that being said, a corporation should be allowed to run for political office.
Should.
So I'm surprised no one's tested that.
Yeah, they basically do anyways. I mean, all they're doing is paying everything off anyways to get their way.
But why doesn't someone attempt that? Just a corporation under the eyes of the law is a citizen, therefore they have the right to run. I don't get why, Nestle doesn't run for prime minister. Get all the groundwater you want, you fuckers.
Well, I mean, I bet you if Google did it, I bet you they'd win.
Google might win. Facebook, not so much anymore.
No. But yeah, Google would probably win. That would be fucking
And
hilarious.
some stupid fucker like MySpace is going to jump up in there.
Did you hear what happened to MySpace recently?
I didn't even know MySpace still existed.
It thing where they're taking all the files and moving it from like one
Moving
thing to another,
moving it from my space to someone else's space.
basically. And they lost anybody who had any videos and pictures loaded up before 2016. They're gone permanently.
Really?
Which is really fucking funny because like nobody cares, but
Yeah.
it's just really fucking funny to me because it's just like wow, like.
I'd love them to do a big Zuckerberg-style apology like he always does, and then people are just like, what, you still had our shit? I had no idea you were still with... I thought...
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
You just see all the executives in a fucking pub with Napster workers. It could have been something.
Hey, here's a question. What do because I mean, like 6 years ago, you could, if you wanted like an album, you would just fucking like download it off like LimeWire or some shit.
Right.
How do you download like an album nowadays? What do people use to do that?
It's mostly torrent sites, as far as I know. If you're doing it legitimately, then you go to your iTunes or your Google Play, and like say if you wanted Ashes of Purgatory's album, which is available on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, and Walmart. You would just go to one of those sites and you pay and they ship it to you. Amazon.
Yeah, but if you don't want to pay, you want that shit for free. Do those torrent sites still exist?
Oh yeah. There's good and bad ones, obviously, as there always was. Pirate Bay is still huge, I'm told.
I thought Pirate Bay got fucking shut down completely.
No, they're still rocking in the free world. I've got a buddy who's all into this stuff. Such a good friend that I don't remember his name.
Okay, so here's what I need you to do. I need you to talk to him and tell him, just give me a fucking site that I can use because I got to start downloading shit.
Sure, yeah, there's a bunch of them, and as I said, only the legal ones. And try Spotify; they're the best ever.
Wait, that was sarcasm, right?
Well, no, I love Spotify. They're the best owners of my podcast that I can think of. They're fantastic.
The thing I do understand about Spotify, though, like I can't take this stuff from Spotify and I can't just like put it on my phone and listen to it offline, can I?
No, that's the thing. That's the whole thing with streaming music. Is you stream it, you don't download it.
What if I wanted to download it? You can't do it from here.
Well, no, because then you wouldn't go to Spotify anymore.
Oh.
Right? You one-time download, you don't need them anymore. You got your download. That's the mentality. I'm thinking. I'm just shooting from the hip here, but I'm assuming that's the mentality. Is it forces you to go back to Spotify every time, or whatever you're using.
So then, what's the Spotify Premium? What does that fucking give you? Why would you do the Premium?
It curates.
You can download music on Premium.
Yes, I believe you can, and it also puts together like playlists for you when you're not paying attention.
Anyway.
But it does good ones that you agree with.
No, I actually liked the first one that came up. I actually really liked it.
Actually, I've never done it. I have no idea. I literally only listen to myself on Spotify. I don't think I've listened to anything else. And there was some pissing match with Adam Carolla, so they don't run his show. Seems to me they've rubbed a lot of people the wrong way on their way up. I know the iTunes thing fell through, and Apple wants nothing to do with them. That's causing great things over at Anchor right now. And Joe Rogan, they don't run Joe Rogan's show. 14 million listeners, and they don't like him. I don't know. They seem to be really off-putting to a lot of people, and I don't know why. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I don't know. They're scary group of people. I don't know any. There's no face behind Spotify either that I can bring to mind. You know, there's no Mark Zuckerberg. There's no Steve Jobs of Spotify.
Yeah, no, I guess there really isn't, is there?
They're just this big faceless machine that seems to be taking over the world, and they keep saying they're going to be the Netflix of podcasting, which instantly makes me think they're going to a paid model, which I don't like.